This was in fact a kind of a major deviant, a major variant from whatever we had in mind when we went for the heavy expenditure that was made in the primary health sector. Primary health sectors ultimately became kind of showpieces for very substantial segments of the society. So, when myself along with the Honorable Chief Minister and the team went along to the Republic of Cuba and also tried to understand what we mean by the polyclinics and tried to copy the same concept over here even 10 years back, it never found traction here for the sole reason that people did not really believe in taking their ailments to the primary health center. This in fact got accentuated or exacerbated, I should say, with a tremendous focus on specialities and super specialities by the private sector as well. They did a world of good. At the same time, the kind of societal preferences also went for a 6 as a result of the preponderance of the sophisticated systems that we had across the state. Today, after 1990s, when the governmental expenditure in various social sectors like education, second is health and social welfare, began to take a toll as a result of the huge deficits in terms of the budgeting process, we had to take the beating. It resulted in a kind of a gradual decline in terms of, or decay in terms of the quality of services that have been rendered by the primary health centers. The same thing happened for the secondary care centers also. Suddenly we got shifted to the tertiary care centers wherein huge volumes, huge influx of patients happened to be the order of the day, and the patients and the doctors had a tussle on a daily basis. This results in the kind of man-to-man conflict which we find all the time in medical colleges and similar institutions, the kind of skirmishes which happen all over. Many experienced practitioners over here would definitely vouch for the fact and concur with me when I state that the government medical practitioners are under tremendous pressure. Along with it, we also have certain certain interesting anecdotes, also certain incidents also happening with every passing day. Now here, along with it, we had this problem of the NCDs, the non-communicable diseases, and the trauma care systems to be put in place. In the case of the One Health platform, that's how, when in tune with the guidelines, in tune with the philosophy of the World Health Organization, and similarly situated international multilateral organizations, we strove to create the One Health platform. What exactly is One Health platform? We're trying to integrate the services, the works done by different sectors of the governance together to see to it that the various ailments and the kind of malaises afflicting the plant kingdom, the animal kingdom, and human beings together are addressed together. Because there is a kind of a continuity in terms of the problems that's been created across. That gives rise to, look at the way in which such very interesting outbreaks like Nipah and dengue and leptospirosis and everything spreads all over. On a daily basis, on a yearly basis, we would see that there is a curious spectacle happening in the state. Bats are found across the world, but it's only the bats in Calicut district which have the propensity to create the Nipah outbreak. I don't know what is the connection between Calicut district and Nipah virus as well. Something to be studied. We have a Center for Nipah Research that's been established for it. And there is this World Bank project that has just begun, which would really be a kind of a major solution for many of the issues that confront Kerala and the country in general. This is the biggest project that's been made by the World Bank in the recent times, which comes to have an amount of almost 3,500 crore rupees to be spent across 5 years. The Kerala Health System Improvement Program. The 4 planks of this World Health Project are A, the non-communicable diseases and the surveillance mechanisms of the systems, B, the trauma care systems that are to be put in place, and C, it's about the One Health platform that's to be created, and D, about the digital governance that has to improve considerably. Even today, we find that the medical practitioners find it extremely difficult to state or rather utilize the e-health systems so as to give the kind of medication, the kind of consultations to be done, the pharmacy systems to be carried out, the lab diagnosis to be done. If at all it could be integrated together in the public sector and the private sector on a wholesome scale, we would be actually, saving on a great deal of time, effort, and the kind of human resource as well. We need to look at that. In terms of the One Health platform, we can certainly state that theoretical constructs are always possible. But beyond that, it's a question about how an avian influenza can definitely impact a human being. The culling of the animals, the ducks that has been going on in Kuttanad and Alleppey sector is not the kind of answer that is to be provided. The other day I was telling the district collector Alleppey that